Pam. I'm a 32-year-old office worker. I used to live in the city, but I recently moved to the countryside. It was so nice here. I got a pretty good deal on a used home and moved here about a month ago. I was finally starting to settle in. This is my neighbor Sally. She lived across the street. We got along really well. One day, we were having tea together at my house. So, Pam, were you living in the city? Did you see any celebrities and stuff? What? Not that I remember. I heard that if you drive around downtown, you can see celebrities driving and stuff. I saw it on TV once. Yeah, maybe, but I never really used my car when I was there, so... Really? Yeah, I went driving once a year or so, but that was about it. Cars cost a lot of money, so I never owned one. When I needed a car, I just rented it. Here, you need a car to do anything, so I bought one, but I didn't need one when I was here in the city. Ah, I see. Makes sense, I guess. Hey, that souvenir you got me the other day, when you came to say hello, that was really good. Glad you liked it. If I ever go there, I'm gonna get that from my grandpa. He'll love it for sure. Oh, okay. When she mentioned her grandfather, it reminded me of something. I looked down and stared at the floor, not knowing what to say. Most of my neighbors were really nice, but there was this old guy living next door to me, and he didn't like me very much. His name was Tom. He was in his 70s. He lived alone, and he was always in a bad mood. He didn't work anymore, and he said he lived off his pension now. When I moved here, I went to his house to say hello, but...
What do you want?
Sorry to bother you, sir. I'm Pam. I just moved here. Here, I got you a little something. But then... he clicked his tongue at me. He grabbed the box and closed the door on me without saying anything. What's his problem? But maybe he's a really nice guy. Old guys who seem like jerks turn out to be really nice. It happens all the time. So I didn't want to jump to the conclusions. I decided to give him some time. Every time I saw him, I smiled and said hello. He always ignored me, but I kept at it. Then one day when I got home from work...
Hey, you! Keep it down!
Tom appeared out of nowhere and started yelling at me. Huh?
You woke me up! Your car's way too loud! Why do you have to move here anyways? I liked it when it was quiet here. Leave already! Nobody wants you here! Go back to where you came from!
Then he walked into his house and slammed the door behind him. What's with this guy? I don't think I was being that loud. So the next day, I told Sally about what happened. Then... Oh, Tom, huh? He's trouble. Everyone just stays away from him. Huh? Trouble? Yeah, I don't like to talk about other people like this, but he yells at everyone, even kids. This one time, he yelled at a bunch of high school kids for using their phones at the bus stop. He said the light from the screen was too bright. What? That makes no sense. Yeah, and he was smoking the entire time. Can you believe it? What? It's in the countryside, so there aren't many no smoking signs, but you know the corner near the kindergarten? They got a no smoking sign there. Yeah, I remember. He was smoking there once, so I told him to stop. He yelled at me, saying that I had to treat the elderly with respect. We don't know what to do about him. Oh, I see. Well, I guess that makes sense. I decided to stay away from him, but then... One day he showed up at my house complaining that my vacuum was too loud. He said he couldn't hear the TV. Then a few nights later, he started complaining that the light in my house was too bright and he couldn't sleep. He was such a pain in my behind. He just wanted something to complain about. I think the elderly should be treated with respect, but this was a whole different story. I didn't know what to do about him. Maybe moving here was a mistake. Then, a few days later, I decided to go out. It's been a while since I did that. It was for my birthday, and I decided to go for a drive. Every year I went out driving on my own for my birthday. I was single now, so I had all the time in the world. I decided to go somewhere really far away. I guess I miss having a boyfriend, but what are you gonna do, right? It was my day off, so I decided to make the best out of it. Then later that night, I returned home. I had to park the car next to my house. It was in between my house and Tom's house, but this was my property too, so our houses were pretty far apart, so I don't know why he was complaining all the time. But then as I got out of the car...
Hey, keep it down! It's past 9 p.m.!
Not this again. He always complained about how my car was too loud, but I was getting pretty sick and tired of it, so I usually just said sorry and went into my house afterward. I wasn't doing anything wrong, so... Sorry. Then I tried to walk into my house.
Hey, wait up! You can't park there!
Huh?
You criminal! I'll call the cops on you if I have to! Leave town now!
Hold on, what? I bought this land. This is my property.
Stop talking back to me! I said you can't park there!
Hey, listen to me, okay? I bought this property. This is my land.
Shut up! And what's with your car? You think you're some kind of big shot, aren't you? Well, you're not. Go back to the city where you came from. You don't belong here!
Oh, there's just no talking to him. Then... Pam! Sally showed up out of nowhere. And the other residents were looking at us. They all seemed worried. Oh, he's bothering everyone. What do I do? Then... We overheard you guys talking, and this is her property.
Who the hell are you? Stay out of this! I said she can't park here! I call the shots around here! I'm the oldest one here! I have more life experience than all of you! You better treat me with respect!
What are you saying? You're not making any sense!
And she started it! She's the one that moved in here! She's so loud! She wakes me up almost every single day! I can't live like this! Get lost already!
But I'm not being that loud. What does he want from me? If he's so sensitive about the noise, he should go live up the mountains or something. Why should I move for him? Then the neighbors started talking. They started telling Tom to be quiet already. Nobody knew what to do with him anymore. Seeing that everyone was on my side, he clicked his tongue and ran back into his house.
This isn't over! I'm gonna kick you out of that house, no matter what it takes! You just watch!
Then he slammed the door on me. Pam, are you okay? I guess. Oh, he's so annoying. He's crazy, I think. You wanna crash at my place tonight? Thanks, but it's okay. I gotta get up early tomorrow, and I don't want to bother you. It's the weekend. You should spend time with your husband. Oh, you sure? Yeah, I'll be fine, but thanks. I really appreciate the thought. Sally's so nice. She's such a good person. Other than Tom, everyone in this town was really nice, so I really didn't want to move out. If only there was something I could do about him. I just wanted to move to the countryside. What did I do to deserve this? The next morning, I got up early and started getting ready. Then I went to my car. But then Tom showed up. I think he was waiting for me to show up or something. Morning. I said hello to him, but he didn't say anything. He seemed furious.
Hey, what are you still doing here, huh? I told you to get out of my town! If you don't do as I say, you're gonna regret it!
He's so loud, as always. He's always telling me to be quiet, but he's the loudest one here. He was unbelievable. I decided to ignore him. There was just no talking to him. So I grabbed my keys and went near my car, but then...
Hey! I told you not to park there! I told you this last night! If you come any closer, I'll call the cops, you criminal!
I bought this land. This is my property. How many times do I have to tell him this? Just ignore him. I don't have time for this. So I walked past him and got in my car.
Hey, stop ignoring me! Come out!
He kept yelling at me, then...
You little... Fine! You give me no choice!
Then he took out a piece of nail and he started scratching my car with it! Wow, stop! I ran out of the car and tried to stop him, but...
Shut up!
Ah! He pushed me away with his arm. I fell to the ground. This guy is unbelievable. He continued to scratch the car with the nail in his hand. Then he started kicking the front bumper. Then he started throwing rocks at the window. He was out of control. But the thing is, I wasn't even that mad. I was actually looking forward to what would happen next. Oh, he's done it now. This is gonna be good. Pam, are you okay? It was Sally. She looked worried. Yeah, I'm okay.
You! Stay out of this! I told you yesterday to mind your own business!
What have you done to her car? You're gonna have to pay for this, Tom.
Pay for what? I'm not giving her a dime! She should have never moved here in the first place! Get out of my town, you outsider! Nobody wants you here! Go on! Get the hell out!
Well, it's time to put this thing to bed. Can I tell you something?
What?
I pointed to the license plate and said to him, "This isn't my car." He seemed confused.
What? What do you mean?
Then he took another look at the license plate.
Wait a minute. This is a rental!
He was right. This was a rental.
What the hell? Why are you driving a rental?
Well, it was my birthday yesterday, and every year I always rent out a really nice car and go on a drive. I love driving, and I do it almost every year. It's like a hobby of mine.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? This car's expensive?
You don't know much about cars, do you? This is a Ferrari. Looks pretty nice, right?
Ferrari?
Yeah, if you want to buy this thing, it'll set you back about $350,000, I think. You did a lot of damage. You'll probably have to buy a new one.
What?
Oh, you've done it now, Tom.
Hold on. I didn't do anything. It was all her. I did nothing. Stop blaming me. I know nothing about this.
He started yelling, but he was clearly shook up. He knew he was screwed. Does he really think he can talk his way out of this? Sally saw the whole thing and also... hey, take a look around.
What?
So he started looking around.
Ah!
One of the neighbors was filming the entire thing with his phone. You can't talk your way out of it. Just stop trying. It's pathetic. You've got multiple eyewitnesses, and I even think he got you on tape, so...
No!
Tom started crying out loud. It was pathetic. After that, he had no choice but to pay the rental company. But repair was extremely expensive. He didn't even have enough to pay them in full. So he went to his son for help, and needless to say, he was very upset. Apparently, he cut all ties with his son many years ago, but he had no other choice. He was the only one he could go to. His son ended up lending him the money, so now he was in debt to his son. Afterwards, he was forced to get a job at a factory. His pension wasn't enough to pay him back on time, so he had no choice. He had to work multiple shifts to pay off his debt now. A few months later, he ended up selling his house. He was always telling me to move out, but I guess that won't be necessary. How do I know all this? His son told me when he came over to my house to apologize. Anyways, after that, things were finally back to normal. Peace at last. The other day I went over to Sally's house for some tea. But then when I walked in... Pam, happy birthday! Whoa! Oh, wow, you scared me. I know I'm a few days late, but happy birthday. You should have told me it was your birthday. Well, you never asked, so... True. Well, come on in. The others are waiting for you. Come on. We got you a pudding cake. That's your favorite, right? Oh, cool, thanks. Thank you for watching. What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more.